Hello. So a few years ago I made this video about this trick, which I think I called it like cycle breaking to edge flips mid-cycle. Um, and yeah, I don't think much went with that. Like I never really used it in solves or anything, but I was talking to Nicole the other day, or yesterday actually, and I don't know, after talking about it, I feel like there's a lot of untapped potential with this trick. There's like lots of opportunities to save moves by forcing better comms, like a lot of opportunities, and it's, yeah, changed some thoughts quite a bit. I now feel like having an edge flip might possibly, I don't know, I haven't done much of the actual calculations or anything, or research, but it's possible that having an edge flip can make a scramble better. I don't know, I'll just talk. So what is the trick? If we look at this scramble, we go UF, UR, LF, BD, BU, and there's a flip. So what we'll do is we'll do the first, normally what we do is we do the con, then we cycle break into the edge flip, and then we'd finish, right? The last con, what was it? But instead what we can do is we can cycle break into the flip now, and then we can do the last com afterwards. And so the reason why this is good is because normally we have BD, BU, but after we do the cycle break, so we'll go here, 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 and instead of going here, we go here because it's been flipped. It'll flip these last two targets, and that means we have, you know, DB, UB, UF, DB, UB's 4 moves, so it's really good. So instead our solution would look like this, so that should go slow. So that's URRD, and then we do DRFL, and then we, I guess, cancel into the 4 mover, and so that's arguably, not even arguably, that's just a lot better. How do I set this up? Yeah. So, point is, you can do this and it saves moves. So my thoughts now about this and what we can do to go further with this is, I think maybe a thing that someone could do, or everyone could do, is we could go through each edge com, just all of them, and then we go, which of these edge comms would be worth flipping, as in, like, you know, flip both targets. So for example, BDBU would be very worth flipping, and so we like mark this and we remember this. It's like, if we ever have a flipped edge and we have BDBU, we should try and flip this cycle by cycle breaking before it, as long as everything else turns out fine. The other thing, so with that, we might be able to save, like, force a lot of better comms by just knowing which cases are good. The other thing is that having, wait, this is wrong. Wait, yep. No. Yes, this. Okay. The other thing is that having this edge flip, we have 2 options, right? When we do the cycle break, and so that gives us like an additional 2 options per like point in the cycle that we can do instead of just continuing the cycle normally. Like in this case, you know, UF, UR, LF is very good, but suppose we had like a not amazing com, but instead of doing the not amazing com, we broke into the flip, and then we continued the cycle as normal, and then everything else was like just as good or maybe better after the flip. And that way we've like maybe avoided a not great alg by, and also solved an edge flip, and we would have had to break into the flip anyways at some point. So that would work. I don't have an example of this. I guess what I showed. Let's make an example. What's a not good com? Yeah. Okay. So maybe we'll do like this. UBBD is not a great com. Yeah, let's have this flipped again. Okay, sure, maybe something like this, yes. It's okay, I guess. It's not amazing, but whatever. No, hang on, I'll do this. Yeah, I mean, this is a little bit better, so it might illustrate the point, I guess. So here we have UBBD, and then this com. Oh, hang on, maybe I don't want this. I'll flip these as well. Improvising, yes. So then this will be, yeah, okay, that's kind of contrived, but whatever. So instead of like doing this com, UF, UB, BD, which I mean, it's not bad, but it's like not the best com, I guess. We can instead do like UF, UB, FD, or DF, right? And that the thing with DF is it's full mover, but then we get FD, DB, right? Because we flip BD to get DB, so we go UF, FD, oh, if we do the full mover first, it would be UF, UB, DF, and then FD, DB. But instead we can do FD, like UF, UB, FD, and then DF, DB, and then I think that's probably better. So we just like this, do that com, then the fire mover, and then we get a not bad com at the end. Compare that to no. I think, yeah, it was this, yes. So compare that to just like, I mean, like, it's not huge, but it's a bit better, right? So yeah, having an edge flip gives you lots of opportunities to force better comms by like doing the right flip cycle breaks and stuff. The other thing that I want to talk about, so yeah, go over every comm, see which ones are good to flip. Also, you can flip mid-cycle to dodge bad algs. The last thing is floating. This is my favorite example of a float. So there's a visual trick you can do, like a visual memory trick, which is that if you have a floating cycle, you can deduce that the cycle will be good, right? It's a 3 cycle, just that. But the problem is it's flipped, so it's not like a clean float. You have to flip the edge. But this doesn't actually lose algs. This doesn't save or lose algs to do this float. So normally what we do is like, you know, we just do the column, like we cycle break and then we flip, right? But if there is other stuff on the cube, it actually does not lose algs at all to just do the float and then break into the flip. Like that's also 3 algs. What was it? Like it does not lose algs. So we could instead just do like this, that, right? But the point is when you have a floating cycle that is flipped, it does not lose algs to just do the float anyways and then create a flipped edge. And the point is that creating a flipped edge might actually be a good thing because now we have the billion option select thing where we can, you know, flip comms as much as we want, flip like dodge bad algs, etc. So I don't know. There's lots to think about. I just wanted to like rant about these ideas I had. Hope this is interesting. Hope if you have any other thoughts, please share them. Yeah, I don't think I have much else to say. If I do, I'll add it to the description of the video, I think, or a comment. Probably the description though. So yes, thank you for watching. Bye bye. Bye.